We got people waiting in the chat, which I always love to see before starting a show. So, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. It's your boy Tyler, and guys, we repping that chef's apron, brah. And I don't have the knife out today, so we axe. And if something's going serious, we've got freaking axe happening here. But we have not people watching. Hit us up in the chats. Hit us in the chat. Let us know that you are here. And let me know, what my internet's like. If my internet's bad or not. It looks like my internet's bad. So hopefully that's not the case. Let's see. We got Ichthus in the house. What is up? Total excellence. Congratulations, buddy. Hey, thank you so much. It means the world to me. We got Paul here, Cavalry Collective. I always say that wrong. The Cavalry Collective. I'm here for good old silly goose time. We got Jay Espen saying, "Hey guys, how are y'all doing?" Don't worry, it's not going to just be me in the show. We're going to bring on some other people. But for the moment, it's just going to be me. We're going to have a silly goose time. Lunchbox Comics. What's up, Tyler? Congrats. Hey, thank you so much. Now, I know that I know right now it's very much, what's it called? This is the launch. This is the Chef's Kickstarter launch party. And we're going to be talking about chefs. We're absolutely going to be talking about about chefs. There it is right there. We're looking at 55 backers, which is just awesome. I really appreciate that, guys. And we hit our goal in 3 hours. So seriously, thank you. Chuck's Raw Reviews, congrats so far. Hey, thank you so much, Chuck. Really appreciate the support. Christopher C, waving a knife around. Let's get this party started. Oh, you freaking know it. And guys, if you guys didn't know, if we look at the logo right here, Christopher C was was the reason why we put the symbol right here. It just added to the logo. So thank you very much, Christopher C. For the love of all that is good, please don't put those guys on from Larry's stream. Oh, Paul, you didn't like Risey Lee or Testify? It was funny because I was laughing at work. Listen to them, but yeah, they are jokesters. No, and I probably can't bring them on because if I bring them on, my level of volume will go up and my kid's asleep. You guys know that my kid is asleep during these shows, and if I wake him up, my wife not gonna be happy. I'm hoping part of the cool kids in the panel, dude. Ichthus, what's funny? Ichthus is we have this Facebook group and we have this Twitter group, and you're not on Facebook, but I'll definitely be sending you the link, Ichthus. Neo Star, the brilliant star that shines through the night, the hot meal that fills your guts. Riser Man stands before you. How you doing, man? Every single time, every time you see Neo Star come on a show, you will see the brilliant star that shines through the night. I love that. So yeah, guys, I've got, like always, I don't like to do just shows where I'm just shilling and talking about it. Obviously, I want to talk about chefs. I want to showcase off my comic book that I've worked so freaking hard on. I'm still working on it. The book is 80% done. I'm working on the final pages, and after that, it's gonna go. Then I just have to color it, and I've colored most of the book already. But yeah, our goal is $1,500. We're at $1,900 now. Y'all know that the real goal that I have is 10,000. And how we do that is, this is how we do it. Is through these stretch goals. All right. Now I had a couple of people be like, Tyler, what the frick are you talking about with some of these stretch goals? So I'm going to explain it here. Okay. Stretch goal number 0, which we've unlocked a physical trading card. I love trading cards, guys. These are trading cards from all my other campaigns. I love trading cards. This is the one that confused people. Getting 200 Twitter retweets. So let me showcase what that's about. So on my Twitter right here at Tyler_C_world, if this tweet right here gets 200 retweets, then we'll unlock that stretch goal. Okay, it's an interesting one, I know, but it's rewarding the backers with helping me market. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let's see. I'm currently competing with Darkwing Duck for having the most intros. I love it. Wendy Gale, congrats, Tyler. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Wendy. And guys, I like finally finished up. I drew a 4-page story for Wendy, and she's been asking me to like do this one thing, and I wasn't able to do the one thing, but we came up with a really cool solution, and it's gonna look awesome in her story that we did together. Okay, so real quick before we get into this, because guys, I want to get into the topics. I've got like some really hot topics. Before we shill chefs, I got some hot topics that we're gonna be discussing. I'm gonna throw out a link to some people. We're gonna be discussing these topics, some hot topics. But real quick, guys, if you haven't yet, go check out Chefs. And here's the video that we did for Chefs. Boom. I put that together freaking last night. Can you believe that? Calvary Collective Watch Mojo Top 10 Anime Intros. That's awesome. That's awesome. Vincenzo, there's my song. Yeah, it's not even the full song, guys. I think the full song is like an hour and a minute and 30 seconds. I'm so tempted to get that tier, make a comic with you, Tyler. Hey, dude, I'll draw a comic for you, man. I'll draw a comic for you, bro. Paul saying do it. Hold on. Here we go. We're so close. We're so close. Come on, Larry. I sent Larry the link, and he's like, your guest will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. So, Larry, I want to add you. And then after that, we'll bring on some more people. I believe in you, Larry. I believe that you can get your mic and cam set up for this new hit single. Yes, it is the new hit single. Well, there he is. Larry?
I'm live!
There you are, man. What's up, dude?
I'm alive and you're alive. And I just
We're
got
alive.
hot off the heels of the wackiest show, brother, that I have ever done in your honor.
Oh my god, dude. I missed the last probably 20-30 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
After you brought in Sinatra, that's kind of after that. I had to go to a work meeting, but I was listening to it. I was laughing the whole time with Risey and Testify.
Wild bunch of characters, man. Wild
Testify
bunch.
saying, "Why are you shilling? He's not even here."
It's like I was doing God's work for him, you know.
And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that because I was at work and this. I told you and I told some other people, but other people were updating me, guys, because I wasn't looking at the campaign. I hit the launch button and I went, and I did not look at it.
Yeah, Tyler just walked away and said, "I'm done." You know, like my work here is done. You know,
it scares me, dude. It scares me looking at that stuff.
Well, it should scare you, man. I'm scared for you.
Yeah, man. What do you think? What do you think of the new video, the new song?
I love it. You know, when I first heard it, it didn't dawn on me that it was you till the very end. I'm like, oh shit, that's Tyler. He sounds like he's from Blink 182. And then we played it again.
Yeah, dude. It took me like 4 hours to do a minute and 30 because I was
now. Where did the actual music come from?
Yeah, it's someone did the beat. Frick, I forgot their name. I credited them in some tag, but yeah, I just got it from YouTube, and they say as long as you don't monetize it on YouTube, that you can use it for free. So I was like, okay, I won't monetize.
Okay, well, we won't monetize it directly, but we're going to use it to sell comic books, man.
Exactly. And I didn't even use the full. I only used a minute of it. So
You
let's
know,
see.
we are live on my channel too because Tyler had given me permission to cross
Yes.
the streams. I don't know if anyone's watching, but Tyler Carpenter of Draw and Talk hosting here tonight, brother. Man, I was watching your Kickstarter grow all day today.
Let's see. You got people actually in your chat, Larry, saying that they can't hear. And I'm watching your chat and I'm watching your video and it says I can't know there's no audio.
All right, well, I fixed that.
um yeah, dude, like everyone, like people were messaging me like, hey, you're 50%, hey, you're 60%, hey, you're like $5 away, and then you were like, hey, you're one away. I was like, oh my gosh. Ickbus, Tyler pressed the launch button and let Jesus take the wheel. Oh yeah, dude, I was like, Jesus take the wheel.
Tyler's like, my faith is now in your hands.
Dude, it's it's so stressful, and it's so stressful doing a Kickstarter. Like I've said it a million times how much I hate it, but things are going great, and I really appreciate everyone who's already backed. If you haven't backed yet, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't have the money yet, you can back right now, and as long as you have the money in 30 days, that's all that matters.
That's right. That's when the bill collectors come.
Yeah, dude, and that's when you realize how many you actually backed, and then you go, oh crap. Like I think I backed like 10 once, and then my wife was like, Tyler, you have to spread these out.
I wasn't logging off until I saw you had 50 backers. That's when I said that my work was done.
You did, you did. I think you got me like 5 backers.
Well, I don't know if that was me, but it happened during that course. It could have been like randos from China. Well, for all we know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to think it was me, but chances are we probably had nothing to do with it. You know?
Probably lost some backers because of Risey and testified. They're like, oh, this Tyler associates with these people.
Yeah, well, I had it on Facebook, and had I known it was going to be like that, you know, I never would have aired it on Facebook because I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. You don't know who's going to watch that, right?
Yeah,
On
no
YouTube,
idea.
I can count on the same 12 people. You know what I mean? That's all that's ever going to see it, you know?
Oh man. Now Larry, I heard on your stream that you were curious about this one.
Well, it was a weird one. Because I'm like, what? If I back this, Tyler's going to retweet me 200 times?
Yeah. So if this particular tweet right here gets 200 retweets, that's how we'll activate this tier.
Now, how many retweets does it have?
It has 43 right now.
Okay, we need to put the link to this exact tweet into the chat. So you need to click on your own tweet and copy the URL.
There we go, guys.
And then pop that into your chat, and then I will grab that and pop that into my chat.
So I have a friend, his name is Tanner, and he does one of his campaigns on Kickstarter did $1 million.
Can I borrow some money?
and he had various money stretch goals. It was a Dungeons and Dragons map thingy, but if he got like 500 like follows on his Facebook, and then like he would like unlock a new map, and if he had like 500 retweets, he would lock in another map. And then he said if they could get what are those famous D&D players, Critical Role. He said if you guys all retweet to Critical Role, and if they retweet my Kickstarter, I will throw in like this massive map. And they got Critical Role to retweet his Kickstarter, which was huge, and then it just soared after that. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I should take. Maybe I'll do it's like rewarding people for helping me with the marketing. Just hitting that retweet button. I missed the Risey Lee appearance. That $1 was very cool to hear about. Wait, what? The $1. I don't know that. Well, Larry, I'm gonna bring on some other people.
I know the dollar story though.
What's the dollar story?
The dollar story was this, Tyler. You were at 49 backers, and I'm like, just for $1, we can make this 50 backers, man. 50 backers. I said, you don't even need to get a book. You just have to give the man $1. We can make this an even 50 cents. Come on, let's go.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I think that's what happened. Anyway, you let us know, Wendy.
I know. I remember at one point you told me, you were like, hey Tyler, like You are $1. I was at one point $1 away from funding.
$1, man. $1 away from being fully funded. That could have been it too.
Yeah. So I laughed. I was like, oh my god. And that's actually when I went on it the first time, and I was like, okay, come on, someone, like make this happen, make this happen. All right, guys, I'm sending the links out so that we can get a group of people because I have I have some big topics for us to discuss for tonight.
I mean, it's not just going to be a chef stream.
Nope, not just a chef stream.
Uh-oh.
But speaking of chef's aprons, we got Max in the house. How you doing, man?
What's up?
Dude,
I ordered my chef apron. I think I was the first one to order it.
One size.
That's a
fits all.
battle apron, sir. That's what we learned today on my stream. That's a battle
Where's
apron.
my apron? Where's my apron?
Testify saying, what makes it a battle apron? Max is like, it's got armor.
It's Kevlar, man. It's like bulletproof.
Yeah, dude, and these pockets are freaking deep.
Max product placement shot. Coca-Cola.
I gotta. Hey, they
This episode
sponsored
of
me.
Draw and Talk is sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Next thing you know, they're sending us a cease and desist letter. Please don't talk about us on your show.
Oh man, you had a fun show last night with Preston on. It was really interesting talking with him.
I gotta get some good feedback on it. I mean, Preston's an interesting cat. Why not talk to him? You know what I mean? Plus, I've been helping out Larry Holder get his book done, and Larry Holder, in a sense, works for Preston because Preston's the one that's footing the bill for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit of a tie-in there. Plus, I mean, I've been bringing on different cats on my show every week, from Tim Lim to Martina Makota to Nasser. We had Testify and Soy Rage on one week, so why not Preston?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Did you reach out to him?
Oh yeah, I was like, hey, dude, you want to come on the show? And he's like, sure, tell me when.
That's awesome. It
was simple as that, man.
We got Scott the Flock here. What's up, dude?
Flock is up, man.
Congratulations, man.
Hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Now it's just going to the moon, brother. It's going to go to the moon.
I can't give you the link, Testify. It's not my link to give.
Oh my gosh, wait,
this isn't technically my show, so you
Who's
know what I'm
eating
saying?
chips?
That's Scott.
It's Scott.
Sorry. I'll mute myself. I'm actually eating dinner. It took me 3 hours to get home. Sorry.
I'll meet you. It's okay.
The snowstorm in the United States crippling everybody, man.
Oh man, did we even bring on Testify? No.
Uninstall.
Uninstall now.
Gents, there is comic book drama happening today.
What? Today?
Yeah.
I thought I was already done my drama 2 days ago.
There's a massive topic happening right now. And I'm gonna bring it up. So it was this one tweet. Now it was anime and manga centered, but a lot of comic book people jumped in on this. So this is from a creator called Black Sage D, and so he said, if all your common knowledge of anime is Demon Slayer, Naruto, Inuyasha, Bleach, One Piece, Fate, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Gundam, My Hero Academia, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Ghost in the Shell, then you're not an anime fan. Normies, stay the fuck out of anime. And you could twist this into saying, if your common knowledge of comic books is X-Men, Superman, Batman, then you're not a comic book fan. Normies, stay the fuck out of comics. And this tweet blew up. I mean, he's just a normal dude, but this tweet absolutely.
What are some of the responses? Some of them better ones.
A lot of people saying that he's like gatekeeping. Like, I know anime is
read a good one out. Yeah.
Oh geez, I know anime has gone really popular with normies, but that is a very good thing. It can lead to more merch, things like better adaptations, more spin-offs, more content, higher scrutiny. But then he says, no, that's not a good thing, because we're going to start seeing a bunch of weirdos start changing the hobby to suit their needs, and we're going to go see a bunch of woke activist shit and being slipped in our favorite series. So basically, what we're seeing with comics, a bunch of the woke crowd going in, and like Marvel and DC, it's just changed. In the last 5 years, their books have just completely changed. And so an anime currently has stayed manga and anime has stayed they do whatever the frick they want. But a lot of people are now coming in and they're saying like there's a girl saying, there was a girl in rags. Brian Ball retweeted the video, and the girl was saying anime girls, they look busty, but this, and they're sexualizing blah blah blah, and that's not right. And it's like, man, a lot of this so in manga, like all of these
Manger.
Manger.
all of these were featured in a magazine called Shonen Jump. Shonen means boy. These are all made for who? Teenage boys.
Well, I would take Sailor Moon out of that equation.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon certainly
Sailor
wasn't
Moon is
made
made
for
for
boys.
teenage girls.
Have you watched Sailor Moon?
But I watched
I
Sailor
have,
Moon.
yeah, religiously in the 90s. It was like my guilty pleasure. We didn't let anyone fucking know you watched that, man.
Yeah. But just like, so I guess like his opinion was saying, you know, like we can't if you allow normies into a hobby, they could ruin it. And so I was like, I looked at this and I was like, man, I want, like, could we say the same thing about comics? Like, if your only knowledge of comics is Batman, X-Men, like the stuff that like in the MCU, like these movies, if that's
all the common shit.
Yeah, if that's your only knowledge is the stuff that's on the big screen, can you consider yourself a comic book fan?
Well, where do you start? I mean,
I think
you have
if
to
you're
start somewhere.
You're a movie fan at that point in time, but if you start buying comics, then you become a comic fan. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a normie or some sort of hardcore, I only read Dark Horse, completely underground shit from like Boneyard Press in the 1990s. Yeah, you're a hardcore comic fan, but it's kind of like saying casual gamers aren't gamers. They're still playing games. They might not be the hardcore games, but it's still games.
Now,
Yeah, you gotta get your start somewhere, dude. I mean, like, what are we gonna start doing? Handing out tests when you go to buy a comic to make sure you're legit? Like, how does this work?
Yeah. Now, he actually responded to me because I was like, so I said, I understand it's the gatekeeping, but at the same time, these are the animes that brought people like me into the community. And he responded, where the frick did he go? I think he deleted it. Dang, he deleted it. But he was just saying like, he doesn't mind like you getting into that stuff, but you shouldn't have, I guess, an editorial type of opinion on what should happen, I guess. Like, imagine you watch the MCU and then you then tell comic book fans, hey, Scarlet Witch's outfit is very sexualized. You guys need to cut that out in comics.
Well, that stuff's going on anyway.
I know. And so he's trying to stop that in anime. That's what his opinion
Good
is.
luck.
Well, the thing is that the Japanese aren't quite as susceptible to wokeism. They'll just tell you to go. They'll just tell you to go F yourself, and they'll make what they want to make anyways.
There's a lot of American-made anime that will follow it, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but I don't know. I don't really call American stuff. It's just anime style.
Here, I actually found the clip that they're referring to. This is what Brian Ball of Rags, which I'm halfway done with the book right now. I'm working on it. It's a long book, guys. I thought it was gonna be a quick read. All right, here we go. Here's this chick. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Wait, but kept their big ass and tits as if they hadn't.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, brother. Go
All
ahead.
right, here we go. So this girl's lost a ton of weight, but kept their big. Okay, here we go. So she's complaining about on the left. There's the manga, and then in the comics, and then the anime, they made the girl. They sexualized her even more.
Wait, but kept their big ass and tits as if they hadn't. And why did Nejure's boobs actually get bigger even though the rest of her got smaller? Clearly it wasn't for money, they're just sexualizing them. Also, for those of you who defend Momo's hero costume by saying that it's for her quirk, no it isn't. Because her neck and waist have skin just like her boobs do, so they could have showed that without sexualizing her. And if all that thought was really put into her design and how it correlates to her quirk, she'd probably be a much bigger person. And you could say, well, the boys are all built. But most of the time they're wearing their school uniforms and you can't tell, but with the girls you can always tell. Plus, only the girls' bodies are talked about out loud, like when Mineta and Denki are perving on them, or that one scene where Deku was trying not to look at Nejure's boobs. Point being that anime and media in general needs to stop sexualizing girls and stop setting damaging and unrealistic standards for us. Wait, but kept their big ass and tits.
All right. And then
My question is, why is she trying to get her standards from an anime?
And then it goes, Western weebs were a mistake. That was Brian's
Here we go.
response.
I always like this quote from Frank Frazetta. Everybody knocks my female figures. They say they're overblown, that women don't look like that, and I agree. Certainly all women don't look like my paintings, but you can't deny some women do look like that. And I don't want to paint just another woman. A painting is something important. You want to look at it, maybe forever. Who wants to look at just an ordinary hero forever? You want the ultimate. You pull out all the stops and do everything in extremes. And the extreme in beauty if it fits, the extreme in ugliness if it fits, the extreme in terror if that's what's required. You know, I think this is one reason that so many people enjoy my stuff, because of all the extremes that are jammed into it.
Fucking amen, brother.
Yeah, really quick, guys, before because I want to add to that, but real quick, Jerry Unbound with $5. Thank you so much. Congrats on the campaign so far. Thank
You gotta
so
play the
much.
video.
Oh, dude, heck yeah! Here we go, guys. Let's get some DBZ. Boom.
Damn.
And Nasser, Tyler, Nasser,
That's
you
not
free
Nasser.
Wednesday?
There's Nasser.
There he is. Yeah, Nasser, hit me up, man. I am free Wednesday.
I'm
Night.
free Wednesday, Nasser.
Night though. I has to be night because
Why's he asking
I'll
you?
work.
Like you got a book going on or something.
So are you guys triggered because a 15-year-old made a rant video? Dang it, Chris.
I didn't even know about it until I saw it, but now that it's been brought to my attention, I mean, anime's always had a sexual flair to it. I mean, come on, man.
In comics.
Let's just go with sex sells. We fucking know sex sells. I don't know why that's such a big surprise. And to go along with what, Max was saying about Frank Frazetta, it's the same thing that Rob Liefeld said. I don't like to draw ugly women. You know what I mean? Like he's not into it, it's about the fantasy. It's about escaping reality, not diving more into it, which is what her argument was.
But also, it's also just like not that like people like nowadays you're getting like people saying like, oh, Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret, they're setting like unrealistic standards. It's like, yeah, like she did it. Like one of my favorite comedians, Bill Burr, he says do you guys people clearly don't realize the level of dedication it takes to look like that, like to work out every single day, to have a healthy diet, to be skinny. He goes, have you guys ever tried to get abs? It's fucking impossible. And so, behind Max Vampirella, like to look like that on the daily basis, you have to be working out, eating right. Yeah, it's not the ideal, but that you have to work for it. And these girls these unrealistic standards. This is what my wife says. Someone was saying, Tyler, what does your wife think about your Ms. Maple cover? And Ms. Maple cover. This was one of my coworkers. And then my brother, my dad was like, what does Ren think of your Common America calendar? And my wife goes, it's a cartoon. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's a cartoon. This isn't real. He's not jacking off to it, is he?
Are you?
Well, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
My wife bought me that Vampirella stand-up, by the way.
See, and she loves you. Boom. Chris
look, a lot more girls bought Niobe than men. Flat out. And a lot more girls love the Paul Green cover than men, which is probably one of our sexiest covers.
Really?
I get women. Listen, Steph Wilson, who draws that cute, sexy style, both original drawings of Niobe and Ariel that he did were sold to women.
Wow. Really?
Flat out, man. That's just how it is. Girls like the sexy. They do. Some girls really like the sexy. Some girls are like that teenager you show, can get a little anal about it. But most women appreciate the beauty of another woman, and they appreciate a great pinup. They appreciate a great cover. They like the art, man. It's, the whole thing of like your comic book is too sexy has almost become passe again now. You know what I mean? With the amount of fans that are just coming around.
Well, it goes to like that. Now it goes kind of like that argument, like you guys saw, like what they've done to She-Hulk in the last couple of years. She-Hulk used to look so good. She was like thin, skinny, but like super muscular, powerful. I think she's a lawyer.
Thick.
And now she's me, She-Hulk. I'm man. And I think it just totally it takes away from what a quote unquote strong woman is. Like Ms. Maple right here, she's a strong woman who don't need no man.
And, and I dare say that the girl who probably made the video probably plans on having an OnlyFans in 3 years,
Oh man.
Talking about over sexualization.
Well, no, talk about hypocrites, right? The same people that complain about sexualized women in comic books are the same fucking people that have cosplays that do nude fucking pictures in their fucking OnlyFans. Give me a break.
Larry knows, guys, because he has to keep on subscribing to these OnlyFans girls because he's like, you're a hypocrite. I want my $5 back this month.
Yeah. The only one that matters is Belle Delphine.
Really? That was another thing. Like, you're a Belle Delphine fan.
I simp for my Belle, it's the Belle of my life.
I like Valentina Crypt. She's a Brazilian cosplayer, and she's really, really good.
I like Meowry.
Meowry? Yeah, she's not bad either.
Yeah. You can't testify. This is depressing. You keep talking to Larry. Stop it. You know what's funny, testify, is I don't even think we follow each other. So if I wanted to give you the link, I couldn't. I could have Larry give it to you, but we might have to kick you at some point. No, wait, I'm hearing something.
You keep toying with that idea. I'm not sure if that's something you want to do.
I know, because once you open the gates.
Well, once you open Pandora's box, you saw what happened with my show. I meant to do maybe 45 minutes on your book, just kind of go through all the tiers, maybe have Max join me or something, just the two of us. And then fuck it, all right, we'll open it up to some people. We'll see what happens, and then we got Risey and Testify going at it in chat. You know what I mean? One guy's telling me I suck and I'm boring. The other guy's swearing up a storm, and
So there we go, guys. We got I think like 3 more backers.
$2,016.
Thank you guys so much, guys. Link in the description. Thank you so freaking much, dude. I put together that video last night, like at midnight.
I want to have you put together my next video, Tyler.
Dude, you hit me up, man. You hit me up.
I will.
Okay. Now, Larry does suck. So, Larry, does Testify Larry, actually hate you? Is this a joke? Is this all just a big meme?
Testify's whole character is a giant meme. Yes.
There we go. There's the man.
What's up, man?
We got Nicholas Mueller, guys. Demon Hunter Raven. So we got literally next week, Nicholas and Scott launch their campaigns. Are you guys nervous?
They're watching you, man. They're like, man, let's see what happens with Tyler first. You know what I mean?
You're the first one out. Let's see what happens.
You're the first one out. Let's see what happens.
Big congrats to you, buddy.
Thanks,
Good job.
man. Thanks, I appreciate that. It had my Twitter was buzzing. I had a lot of interaction on Twitter, and so I'm curious to see how it will roll over.
Yeah.
Going forward, I had some big comic Twitter people retweet my campaign that I'd never interacted with. One of them being Perch, he retweeted it, and I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, snap! I didn't see that.
I couldn't keep up with it all. So it'll be interesting to see how that rolls out throughout the campaign.
The coolest thing that happened in my campaign was that Dynamite shared my campaign.
Oh, that's sick.
That's nice.
Did you see that help?
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, the day that they did it, I think we got another 20 some backers.
Sheesh.
Super ready to drop some more money on Nicholas and Scott next week. Dude, guys, I love Paul.
Oh,
We have to get Paul on here one of these days.
is that Paul Tucker? Did we get stocks on?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bump back 2021.
Guys, I never
I'm
knew what
excited
the
for it.
Cavalry Collective was. Now you have made it all made sense to me, sir.
Oh yeah, dude. Paul is awesome.
Paul is
awesome.
freaking awesome. He's the man.
Specs Vision says, "What does Scott have coming out?" Scott, tell us what the flock is happening.
The Flock is a comic book about the Goose Man, and he's a Canadian superhero, and he is going. It's set in the 1950s, and it's really exciting because he gets to fight crime with his nephew Edward, who's called the Gosling, and there's just a bunch of villains. Think of it kind of like an old Saturday's cartoon with heroes fighting villains. It's really fun.
Boom. Hey, and we'll have Nicholas and Scott on when their campaigns launch, guys. Jeremy Lott saying sub. Jeremy, you know what's so funny is that we're bringing up I'm gonna bring up during the stream your minds, conversation literally in like the next 5 minutes. But I first want to get Nicholas's take on this before we move on to that topic.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
talking. Did you see this tweet?
No. I just saw it on my trending bar because it's trending right now
Yeah,
on Twitter.
It went.
That's nuts.
He's just some normal guy like us. And he
Right.
just had a tweet and it blew up. So he says, if all your common knowledge of anime is Demon Slayer, Naruto, Inuyasha, Bleach, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, My Hero Academia, Yu-Gi-Oh, and whatever, then you're not an anime fan. Normies stay the fuck out of anime. And his big thing was he's sick of these normie people coming in and being like, you guys are over-sexualizing the characters. You need to have more politics. And he's like, you guys... So that was his take. But what is your take on this? Because a lot of people are calling him gatekeeping.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
My question would be is what does he consider a true anime fan then? If those are like that for a while there, that's all that was in America. Like I remember my first go around when Adult Swim came on was Gundam Wing, was Dragon Ball Z, and that's not counting the precursor to like way back in the 80s when all you had was Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon. So what does constitute an anime
Well,
fan then?
I mean, if I was to play the part of the elitist, right?
Yeah.
I would be, because I actually done these things. Well, you don't know anime unless if you were like dubbing tapes together and recording shit, right? No, like, you know, we would record Burn Up W, Dominion
Yes.
Tank Police, you know,
Yes.
fucking Slayers, Gunbuster, right? Now I sound like an animated elite, right? Because I'm saying we watched anime before it was ever on American television.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was no Dragon Ball when we were watching anime. We had to go hunt for that stuff, you know.
Yeah, there was no, what do they call it? There was a Cartoon Network that had, what was it called? Where they had all the anime shows on in the afternoon. Toonami.
Yeah, Toonami and that stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
So then, what
I used to
constitute
watch-
like what would constitute as an anime fan then, or in any sort of fan? Like what bar do you have to cross now to get into his group
Yeah,
and screw that guy?
because is it like saying like if you read Batman, if you read DC and Marvel, you're not a real comic book fan. Like you got to get into Image and like you
Yeah,
should be
that's
reading
dumb.
Saga. Yeah,
That's so dumb.
dude, what's up, Ichthus? How you doing,
Yeah.
man?
You're not an anime fan unless you watch La Blue Girl or Ratsuka Doji.
Legend of the Overfiend, yeah, man.
How you doing, man? On Ichthus.
Itchy's muted.
You're
No,
you're
he's
muted, buddy. I don't think he's actually watching. I think he's.
I think he's-
He's stuck in his zone, man.
Oh,
that was
shame.
something else. He started to move when you kicked him.
Oh man. All
Slow-
right.
He was starting to
going.
show signs of life.
Wait, hold on. Here we go. And how you doing,
Young man, are you with us?
I'm doing excellent, dudes. How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Good, man.
You're just slightly patchy, but you're good, man.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So
Oh,
here's
okay.
the.
Yeah, I don't know. I refreshed just a bit.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. Matt C saying normies should always be welcome. Yeah, like for me, I was talking with Nicholas about this. Like, I'm just getting back into manga and anime, and these are like my entrances. So if you say like, oh, it doesn't count, it's like, well, frick, like this is most people's like doorway into anime and manga is like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, because that's what's shown. Like those are the really big and popular ones.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
after that,
great thing about anime or manga is it has so many subgenres compared to like the big like also for here where it's like, hey, you're into superheroes? Yeah, that's about it. Like there's a plethora. You can be into the shonen stuff.
Yeah.
That's exactly why they have shonen, science, and all those different subcategories so that you can be in your fan base.
Okay, guys. Before we get
Lots of activity in your chat.
I know.
Yeah,
Will you
right.
read it because I'm
Pete,
about-
very passionate about this anime topic. Pete, of course, Fat Guy Incorporated is in the chat, as Testify likes to call him, Mr. Santa Garcia. We
Oh,
have
Castro.
Eve, ladies lady in my chat, of course, the gorgeous Eve and her great artist skills. I don't know if you know Eve or not, Tyler, but she's fantastic.
No,
So
I
she's
did not, but that's awesome.
Yeah,
How you
brother.
doing?
Yeah. Shinigami Dragons with us. Juke Joint Justin. We have Specs Vision in Tyler's chat. Christopher C.
Justin's
Neil Star
here?
Production.
Oh shoot.
All kinds of people, man.
Dude, I'm not seeing these, but that's awesome.
No, on your chat, you got Specs Vision saying normies hate WandaVision right now.
That show is so good right now.
I think it's because I think it's just because they go it's too slow, or it was because it's not like the MCU. It wasn't like the
Yeah.
fast paced as the movies. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Oh, thank God you sent it to me.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay, immediately.
Oh,
Immediately.
it's over now.
Get rid of Larry now. He's ruining your whole entire show. What is wrong with you?
How? How's he doing this, man?
He's
Uninstall
Canadian.
Larry.
Dude, but Ms. Maple
It's all
is
over.
Canadian.
Oh man, Tyler, I gotta tell you what happened with me with my Miss Maple dude on Twitter.
Wait a minute. I don't care about Miss Mail. Can we please kick Larry from here? He's like a fungus.
I heard someone that we should kick Testify. I hear everyone saying that right now. Just boot him.
Yeah.
Oh, I even just said that though.
The lady says she's in the hentai, man. See, this is what I say. The girls like the sexual
Oh,
stuff.
what is wrong with you? Larry, come on, man.
Listen, there's
Testify.
lots of tentacles in Chef.
Larry.
Tyler, show the
Oh,
pictures.
That's true.
Oh.
Hey, look, there's your
Oh,
tentacle
look at
porn
that.
right there, lady. So Eve, go ahead and back the book. You won't be disappointed.
Larry,
I'm trying to apply
uninstall.
to Tyler's
Uninstall
books.
right now, please. Uninstall, Larry.
I'm trying to say Tyler's book's a hentai. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather have Larry on here any day.
Why? Why? You don't like me? Is that
Oh,
what
I
you're
didn't say
saying?
that. I like you.
Are you being angry?
These guys testify. They're all Bullet Club members, and you're trying to get rid of the founding member. What do you think is going to happen?
Do you know the people that I talk to?
No.
Is
Well,
it
no,
Celebrity
wait,
and
that's
Invited?
fine.
Are you a fan
Yeah,
of Liam Gray?
Oh, I'm his biggest fan.
Oh, here we go.
That's a joke. I know it's a joke.
I am one of the certified Liamologists.
Oh my gosh, Liam is so stupid. Like I had to take down a video because I was scared Liam was gonna be an idiot.
You're
Well, he
welcome.
took our channel down.
Oh,
Liam's
wow.
such a see,
We
Liam's
we
such
get
a-
it back in 5 days.
Yeah. So is Testify
Yeah.
one of Liam Gray's fans? No, Liam sucks.
Yeah, Liam does suck.
Well, Testify. What are your thoughts on gatekeeping?
What do you mean gatekeeping?
Have you not been paying attention to the show,
Bruh.
young man?
He just keeps.
No,
typing
I
in
haven't.
stuff.
All I can hear is Larry babbling, and it's made me nauseous the entire time. It's like, hi, I'm Larry. How you doing?
I don't sound like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, I'm Larry. How you doing, guys?
Testify. What were your thoughts on a man
Don't
named
be here.
Risey Lee? What were your thoughts on
Risey,
him?
my good friend Risey.
Yeah, your good friend Risey. Tell us about him. How's he doing today?
He is very good when he's coherent.
Oh man,
If
I
that
heard
makes
about
any
that.
sense.
Larry, why are you going after Luke Stone? Luke Stone. The group DM back channels are on fire. I put out the flames, but you light them back up.
I don't like the Rob Anderson crew. I don't like Travis Gibb. I don't like Rob Anderson. Chuck had me and Chuck had talked
Oh,
in
he's still
DMs,
talking. Why do you keep letting Larry
and
talk?
he made this big video about doing what's right for the community, and he talked about his LGBTQ daughter, and I'm like, well, then shouldn't you be mad at Luke Stone for being in Comicsgate? And he's
You're
like, I'm
Canadian.
fucking furious at fucking Luke Stone. And I'm like, well, I don't really think that you are.
What,
So
what do you
that's-
want to know about my idea on gatekeeping? I'm sorry, Larry, you're boring me.
Yeah, Testify. Tell us. Should normies be in comics or anime? Or should they be
Yes.
out? Look at that. Straight
Normies
answer.
is where the
answer.
money is.
Everybody should be included if they want to be in it. There's,
Yeah, 100%.
I'll take
I agree.
anybody's money.
I agree.
I don't care who you are. I'll take your money.
you don't understand. I always laugh at people that shill on their streams. Oh wait, that's where I'm at. I shill stream. Oh God.
And as
But,
far as I want
you
to
know,
say this. As
the
far as
minute
DM
the minute people throw money in my way to advertise their ship product, I guarantee you I'll sell out and say it's the greatest thing ever. Exactly.
I don't, they mentioned DM back channels are on fire. I don't care what happens in a DM back channel. The gossip hens, the
Okay,
professors.
I'm gonna expose something. Why
Hold
are you
on, man,
guys
I'm
in?
not done
Why
yet.
are you guys in back channel DM groups that cause all
Everyone
these
is.
problems?
And,
I'm
it's
not.
all these whisper networks, and that's exactly what they are.
I'm not
If
in
anyone has a problem with me or what I may have said to Chuck or to anyone else, they can come at me directly. If you want to talk behind the shield of a wall where I can't see like a bunch of fucking old ladies, then go ahead.
Larry, I am coming at you right now. Can you please uninstall and go away from the internet?
Matt C says, "I'm doing my best to deprogram your haters, but you got to keep it easy for us."
Don't.
So Larry, I'm not in your back channels. I don't know.
Do you,
I don't
do you
know
want
what's
to? You
going
want?
on.
You want another spoiler, really quick?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You know Matt C that you just highlighted.
Yeah, I love Matt C. I love.
He's
all
a
of his
I
pan.
don't
He's
even
a
know who
pan.
Matt C is.
Matt C's a Pangean.
Are you a Pangean?
Maybe.
You know, haters are gonna hate, man. Let them hate. I hate a lot of
How's,
people.
how's
They
Chef's
hate me,
doing?
you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk
Chef?
about
Nobody cares about
How
that.
many backers
fucking
you
book.
got
you
so
know.
far?
Let's chill. Let's
You
chill.
joined a shill stream, man. What, how many
Testify.
backers
You
got?
said that I couldn't. Testify. You said that.
Dude, you're at
we can only
2,000, man. That's
shill.
awesome.
We can only shill if I'm there.
Hell yeah.
I did say that. You're right.
Testify. Have you backed this yet?
Demanding a link.
No. Why would I back this?
Boot him. Boot him. He didn't
That's
back
a-
it. He's
that's
not
a-
one of us.
that's a
There
Boot
you
him.
go.
He hasn't sold it to me yet.
That's a great.
Well, give him a
so
chance.
testify.
Tell him
I'm
now.
gonna sell you it right now. Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's hear it. I'm gonna fucking show you it.
Okay. I feel my will to live is ending.
I can't believe we're here again. She was spiked through getting my ramen. Turn the stove up so high. Make sure that noodles broke. Pasta, pasta la vista. If you go, I'll come with ya. You said we have a world to save today.
That'll be that'll be $12 plus shipping.
That's the latest hit from Blink 182.
That'll be
Make a
$12 plus
comeback.
shipping.
What is this?
2021?
1998? Jesus Christ!
That'll be $12 plus shipping. That'll be $12 plus
You
shipping.
sold me, man. I'm all up for it.
Of course
It's
you
got
did.
it's got vibrant action behind it. Testy, what are you into? Testicles, what are you into?
Rickshaws. I love rickshaws. They're
Christopher
fun.
C says it's like a a Christian rock offspring.
There we go.
Yeah, how you doing? Don't you know? We're gonna play our song now. Here you go.
Rob Nix, you sung that song too. Yeah, dude, I sang the song. Okay, testify. Testicles.
Yes.
Could I get you
Yes.
in? Look at this. A chef's apron. A battle apron. Remember, it's
Yeah,
got armor
okay,
and Kevlar.
but it's not even Kevlar. I can see it. It looks like a piece of fucking
Dude, this is
cloth.
Upgrade it. Buy some Kevlar and install it into it, man. I mean, get
Yeah.
get proactive about this
Yeah,
stuff.
man,
He's
these-
giving you the stuff. You just got to add it.
If you only understood the power that I do, actually, the little bit of power I have for people
With
to
what?
buy things.
Dude, I'm trying.
Well, sell
dude,
it.
I'm selling it, man.
I can't. Larry's here. All you had to do was get rid of Larry.
Hold
Everything
on.
would have been fine. But no,
That's
you had to keep him here.
Testify. Are you saying that if I take out Larry, you following me?
Yes, I will. You get rid of Larry, I'll back it right now.
I'm getting canceled again. Fucking canceled.
Immediately.
Oh,
I'm not
right.
joking. Do you know how many more sales you get the minute you get rid of Larry?
Put me in the back. Let's see what happens.
But by the way, the minute I do back it, then bring him back. It's one of those things you got to do.
I'm ready to be exiled and be the black.
Oh,
See?
no.
See, look, Tyler's for cancel culture. He just canceled Larry. Do you see what he just did? He kicked the guy out of here. He was an innocent victim in all this.
He can't
I
be
am
trusted,
offended.
Larry.
I am offended.
That was a hard
man.
exile, man.
That was hot.
How was it back there, Larry?
Oh man.
It was quiet, you know.
Happy backer here. How you doing, man? Dude, we got Jay Espin in the house. How you doing, Fatal J? KO
You're
3, 2,
gonna
1.
put me in the green room. I got a list of demands. You know, you got to have sandwiches.
Is that
soda.
code for poop? Is that code for poop?
How,
Now,
how did you
before-
get poop out of that?
Before
How did you get
before
any
we
of that out of that?
That's what
doesn't,
she said.
period.
Did it?
You got a
now-
rider.
Now, Larry, you're in these back channels. I'm in none of these back channels.
I'm not in any back channels
because I'm
The-
still
the
friends
thing
with
is-
Travis and Chuck.
Yeah, the only back channel I'm in is my own DM group. You know what I mean? I got two. There's one on Facebook, which you're in. And there's one on Twitter, which you're
Larry,
in.
Larry is a big fan of the back door.
And those are the only groups I participate in. Is the ones I started, and those are the only ones I talk in. You know what I mean?
You're not
Like,
causing any drama,
Yeah. No.
Larry.
well, define drama.
That was a good answer, Larry.
Well, like define drama. You causing problems.
It's called asking questions.
You mean if I said that Travis Gibb came after me for for nonsense about my ex-girlfriend, or that Rob Anderson tried to cancel 2 artists on me, and that I don't like that whole crowd, then yes.
I thought you
It's-
buried though the hatchet.
Guys,
with
guys,
Travis.
it's true. Larry has a small penis. I was told it by, he does. It's fine.
Shit, I'm hung like a tuna
So-
can.
So let's see. Wait, we lost.
You kicked the
someone.
wrong person.
Who did you got rid of Scott?
Who did we lose? Did we lose Scott?
Yes,
Yeah,
Scott.
Scott
Yes.
became sacrificial lamb.
His
Scott
internet's been
Flock.
messing
Bring
up.
me Santa Jerry Garcia now. I want him here now.
Matt C. Tyler is a Latter-day Sizzler, dude. I should go to church on Sunday and be like,
Oh,
"Yo,
dude,
that
I used to
Latter-day
eat at the
Saint?"
Sizzler all the time. I love the Sizzler.
We going Sizzler.
Let's see. Us normies don't know what a back channel is. Larry, what's a back channel?
A back channel is just like a direct message group or a private message group where you just add all your friends, and then that's where you go to gossip about things that you don't want to say publicly. But yet, then that's also where people screenshot the things you say and make them public.
Larry, I just screenshot your last message. I just put it on Twitter for live. Everybody just saw it.
Oh man! All right, so here's something. I don't know if you guys know who Jeremy Lott is. I love Jeremy Lott. He's an awesome guy. In fact, I drew a cameo.
Oh,
of him
the show's getting
for a
boring
book.
again.
dude.
Oh, no.
We're talking discussions.
Oh.
Testify. I might
You
have
gotta
to
boot him, man, if he keeps moaning.
Yeah, I'm. Well, if he wants to moan, that's fine, but moan better. Like get.
At least
get
be
with it.
entertaining, please.
Yeah, at least moan. Like, yeah, don't like.
Do you
act
do
like
you
this is a
realize who you
chore.
just said that to, and you're listening to a guy wanting to talk about this guy named Jeremy or Jonty or whatever?
Hey,
Jeremy.
Jeremy's good people, man. Watch it.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
love
say he's
Jeremy.
not.
You're about to. Be careful.
Okay, Jeremy sucks now, in my opinion.
See, the Testify's got no loyalty. He'll flip on you and be like, "I love you, man," and then also switch and goes, "You know what? Fuck you."
That's why we call him Flipper.
Oh man. Okay, so he goes, "Would it be a good or bad thing if Marvel and DC retooled their books along the lines
Holy
of manga?"
shit! People actually give you money here?
Why, did you get a super chat?
Boom. Here's $20 to get rid of the man child. You know what?
Oh,
Gotta do it.
I have to
Gotta do
do.
it.
I
Bye.
have to do it. So.
You know, you idiots can't refund that once you give it to them, right?
Okay. Testify. What do you have to say before I kick you?
Why are you gonna kick me?
Because we
Because
just
he
got
got paid.
paid $20 to do so. That's where our price of friendship
It's not
lies.
my fault that idiot gave you $20 and can't get his money back. I feel bad for the guy now.
Larry, isn't part of this new comics movement to listen to the customers?
Well, I mean, just where is $20 worth your friendship with Testify?
Yes.
I think Paul's paid him more than actually.
Yeah, dude, I love Paul.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
Paul. So
Paul's
Testify.
value is more than Testify.
Yeah.
The people
Yeah,
have
Paul's worth
spoken.
more.
I just thought they meant I was the man child. That's all. I'm glad I'm still
See,
safe.
The trick
you're
is it's $20.
Larry.
Okay, Testify. It's $20. You go spend
Christopher C
$22.50.
says
Oh,
dump him.
22.
Dump
You
him.
go spend $22.
Testify, can you come on my
back the
channel when
book.
I get super chat fucking monetization? Because I need
Yes, I will insult everybody for an hour.
and then we just rake up the money until we kick you. You know what I
If
mean?
you notice it actually works. Yeah,
All
this
right.
idiot Christopher C. You're not getting your $5 back. What the hell?
Paul's my
10
biggest,
more bucks and we get rid of them completely.
Paul's my biggest backer, and Christopher C helped me with my logo, and you guys Testify.
Time to
hope
boot
you
him.
I hope you have everything bad come to you, Christopher.
And like that, he's gone.
Oh,
And who
man.
else did you kick? Who else just went?
Oh, Ichthus left too.
Or did he accidentally just?
All right, so what the hell were we actually doing?
Maybe now, guys, I want to say I kicked them because I listened to my customers and my backers.
You got paid.
It's nothing against Testify, but it's just good customer service. And
See, if Testify would back the book now, he would
Yeah.
spend more money than has been spent to get him out of there, and he can come back in.
Like, how about this? Okay, Testify. If you screenshot me that you backed the book,
And he can't cancel it though. He's got to maintain his backing though,
yeah,
because he could cancel it.
Yeah, and so far we're at $25 of you getting kicked out. So you have to get $25 in backing to even out, and so you have to do at least 26. To get... Hold on, real
Which
quick.
that's
Thank you
the
so
Miss
much,
Maple
Christopher
cover.
C, for the
Miss
$5.
Maple cover.
All right, boom.
Yeah, we
So
owe
do you
one
guys-
for the $20 one too.
New,
I can't give super chats on mobile for some reason.
They were lining up to take us up on that offer, man.
I know.
You heard the new rumor about DC?
Huh?
What's
the
that?
new rumor about DC is their AT&T's considering selling it to a group of
Fans
fans.
right here.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about this. I was actually going to look this up and maybe cover it on a video today, but maybe make that a little bigger, Tyler, and let's read this, man.
All right, you ready for this? And then we're going to get to Jeremy's. But Bleeding Cool has heard repeated reports that DC Comics is planning to reduce serialized print publication, increase digital publication, and license comic book publication to other publishers. We have heard that Marvel, IDW, and Dynamite have all approached DC, but the prices cited were too high, but that it was a price that Penguin Random House was willing to pay. So right there, these guys were all willing to buy DC.
Well, they would license the characters to make the books. I knew AT&T was going to do that. Larry, you can back me up on this. I've told you it numerous times.
Yeah, man, this isn't a big shocker.
Because
I wonder
Marvel or
But what do they mean by a group of fans? Like I don't know the details of this. Who are the group of fans that they're referring to?
I'm looking for it.
Hasn't there been like a bunch
here we go.
of people that are pulling together right now?
There's some suspicion that everything is resting on the Infinite Frontier performance as to whether or not DC Comics continues to have a serialized publishing line. That's what you guys are putting your buckets in. Is the hope this works.
This might work. God,
but
please help.
But as it stands, things are very good, better than they have been at DC for some time. Oh wow, that's good. With their new diversity pushes, they have also seen positive mainstream press that they've sought for years as well. There's the problem right there. They were looking not to sell books, but to get mainstream press.
That's what it's all about. It's public image now. It doesn't matter about anything else. It matters just how your PR is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Read the rest of this. So I want to know what's going on.
We'll see Infinite Frontier number 0. It's out in March. By then, we should get a better layout of the land. But there are other plans as well. And finally, I get to what on earth I was talking about in the headline. You've been patient enough, man. Who freaking wrote
Okay, well, let's get to it, brother.
Last year, a number of high-rolling individuals, people who won big in GameStop stock.
GameStops.
In Dogecoin, were given tours of DC Comics Burbank with AT&T officials, and as a result, there may be some new options because Bleeding Cool has been made aware of plans by big-time DC Comics fans with access to a lot of money, many millions from across many businesses. A collaboration of some of the biggest cheeses who, with a combination of personal wealth and raised capital, are making an approach to AT&T, not to buy DC Comics outright, not to touch the movies, the TV games, or franchise merchandise, but solely their rights and ownership of the comic book side of the publisher. They just want the comics.
It's like distribution of it,
Yeah.
and the publication.
To be able to create and publish DC Comics lines as they would like. Let Warner's do the movies and TV shows, but take all the cumbersome work of actually publishing comic books off their hands, while Warner are free to adapt if they wish.
If they're going to do that, they're not going to sell to a bunch of fans.
Yeah.
They're gonna license the characters out to known publishers that they can trust to present the characters in the way that they want them to be presented. I mean, who's going to be the fan to come by? Is it Ethan Van Sciver and friends that are going to scoop up DC? Like, what are we talking about?
But also,
well, he might have backed it. There's one more backer.
Oh,
you got 59.
59, dude.
Your biggest fan.
You have to check.
Oh, you got to play the video.
All right, guys, I'm going to play the video while I check. Here we go. No. But thank you for the $2 super chat.
He's never gonna get my money back.
Yeah, he's never getting that money back. And he paid to kick himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that is interesting. Now, imagine though. Sounds like a bad. Spexter says sounds like a bad idea. Robert Kirkman, he already made a whole superhero universe in Invincible. Here's my problem with all of this is let's say a bunch of fans my problem isn't. I think the big problem isn't necessarily, not just it's not. It doesn't just come to the fact of the current day storytelling. I think it's just the medium of comics in general, the canon, the constant like crises. Like you'd have to if we were to all take over DC and Marvel, like I think my first thing would be like, guys, if we're gonna do this, our characters need consequences. So if they're gonna keep bringing back Batman and the Joker and keep writing these infinite stories where no consequences happen, I think fans would just still be like, this sucks. Thoughts.
Right.
I think their canon's been worn out, though. That's the problem. So many years of DC. You know, Batman came out in what, the 30s? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Superman in the 40s, man, give or take. You know, look, the stories are old and they've been told. The reason why that DC does these sort of like alternate realities and stories out of canon is because they're just that. It's like you get a complete story in one and you move on. You know, it's kind of, remember Eon Flux, the TV show Eon Flux, right?
Liquid television.
Yeah, so every episode of Eon Flux was this whole thing. Sometimes she lived, sometimes she died. It didn't really matter, you know. And that's sort of the route that not only DC but a few different publishers are sort of taking. You know, even with Niobe, Birthright is a standalone thing, and if you read Origins, it's going to be its own thing. You know, can they tie together? Maybe I weave a little thread through it, sure, but it doesn't really matter anymore. You know,
Nicholas and I, though, were talking, Larry, last time, and we were saying that, like, you could still tell more Batman stories. Batman doesn't have to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It could be Ichthus.
There you go.
Nah. I'd rather be Superman than freaking Batman, dude.
Ichthus pulls up with the Joker. What is up? Total excellence. He wants to be Superman.
Well, yeah, sure. Anyone can be Batman. You know, they're doing that with Future State. I personally would love to have seen Dick Grayson sort of graduate into the Batman, but they've done different Batman stories before. There's a meme going around on DC right now about DC where it shows like these different Batmans from all over the place saying DC's current lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's too much Batman.
No, there's another meme where like you see the whole DC universe, and then you see like, Tobey Maguire with the scene of Spider-Man when he takes his like glasses on and off. Like when he has his glasses on, you see the whole DC universe, but then when he takes them off, you only see Batman.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh man, it is true, but I mean,
yeah.
I just feel like also too is like Batman is their main focus is it's their only book that's selling, and also like they have no idea what to work on these other characters. Like you got Superman, who's a great example that he is like positivity, be the better of your
family man.
Family man.
They took that out.
Oh no, they freaking aged up his son so quick. Is like where's the development now?
I actually interviewed Rick Stacy, who's a Superman artist from long ago, and he's not happy with what they've done with Superman.
Did he enjoy what Peter J. Tomasi was doing, or it had like Batman and he was Superman and he was a family man and he was like raising his son John and spending time with Lois. Like I really enjoyed that run.
He liked that. I mean, because it was adding something different to the Superman universe, but it still was Superman, you know. And then we had it was 30-minute conversation about Superman breaking Zod's neck.
Yeah, that totally like threw me off when I was watching Man of Steel. I'm like, this is not Superman.
I like that though. And I think
well, Tyler, you are a Batman fan, so I mean, I know this is your show, but whoa, hold on.
But I guess that's the problem though with comics is because there's so many different interpretations.
Yeah.
Like I could say one thing and I can cite to something and you can cite to something and it cancels it out. But like if you watch like an anime, I could cite something and it's like, yeah, but you can't cancel me out with a different take because that was one creator's vision. Right. But I can point to a Batman
comic. And also too, just to piggyback as well, is like anybody can be Batman, but that's the thing. Like if you have a new character who's totally different, everyone's complaining about it. It's like there's this new dude that we have no clue who Batman is within
Well,
the
and he's got
development.
70 years worth of history. I mean, it's you've got generations of fans. It's not like, you know, Naruto, Dragon Ball, where well, okay, maybe Dragon Ball's a bad example since it's all the way back from the 80s. But I mean, like most fandoms have that one generation, and they kind of end with that generation to some extreme.
But like with when Dick Grayson was Batman, I still was like, this is a Batman comic. He's still doing Batman shit, but it was Dick Grayson's personality.
Yeah,
and he was humorous, and I was like, oh, this is a different take. But like, I could write Niobe, and I might have a different take on it, and now I've tainted Larry's vision, and now a fan could be like, well, Larry, in Tyler's version of Niobe, she did this, and now that's considered canon.
Is it though? If I make it a separate thing?
Yeah.
If it's a one shot, then I guess you could just kind of throw it off into the distance.
I mean,
and be
like when me and Max do like the Mary Machine Gun Niobe crossover, because now we share artists, right? You know, that's not going to interfere with my regular story or his regular story. It's just going to be a thing that we do, you know?
just a one shot for fun.
Yeah.
But like their actions though, like the story might have nothing to do with canon, but like how she behaves though.
Well, you try and keep it in character as much as possible. But if someone else is writing your character, then someone else is writing your character. And part of that fun is that person throwing their little spin on it, you know?
What did you guys think? Have you guys seen the Snyder Cut trailer?
I have.
Yeah.
What were you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Looks a little better. I don't know. It's a trailer. They can make anything look good in a trailer.
yeah, the end result can be way different.
Yeah, I
want to know how much
that ending.
How much of the trailer actually will make it into the movie?
No, all of it. It's a 4-hour movie. They better put everything.
You figure, but you know, you always see trailers and you go see the film and you're like,
4
where's that line?
hours?
Yeah, it's a 4-hour fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting everything in there that he just wasn't able to, and so he just
No,
ramped it up. He originally wanted to do 3 hours for when he was originally still slated to make Justice League.
Yeah.
So who wants to sit for a 3-hour movie?
It's the Hitchcock rule. Don't ever make your movie longer than it takes someone to have to pee.
Yeah.
You guys pee really long. You guys take a really long time to pee. Scott finally makes noises without he was dead.
Yeah, Scott is finally speaking after he
hears
finished
a pee-pee
eating
joke
within the
Scott-
abyss.
Sorry.
That he
My
calls himself.
apologies. I was eating.
You gotta watch out.
I didn't want to make crumply noise.
Let's see.
Don't worry, we'll see the Snyder cut of Scott actually eating.
Neo
It's gonna be
Star,
dramatic.
It really shouldn't be
fuck
hard
you.
to write characters like Superman and the like. His whole template has already been laid out before us.
Superman's one of the hardest characters to write for, just because there's not very many things that can really fuck with Superman. You know, it's either no sun, kryptonite, or magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta pick one of the three and go.
But look at One Punch Man. They solved that problem.
I don't know
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
about One Punch Man.
I don't know anything either.
One Punch Man can literally defeat someone in one punch. He's that strong.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole joke
But they
of it.
still are able to tell a really good, entertaining, heartfelt story with that. But at the same time, they're making fun of Superman.
Yeah, because his life's
Alright,
so mundane and boring.
Yeah. All right, before we get to Jeremy's, because this is actually really interesting, and it's something that Nicholas and I were talking about the other
We were
day.
supposed to do that 30 minutes ago.
I know. And then we had to battle it out with Testify. Guys, link in the description. This is, I try not to shill. I've seen streams where they just
Chill, dude. This is supposed to be your
thing.
time, man.
I know.
If you don't chill, you're doing it wrong.
Chill.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
guys.
Chill.
Talk about it.
We're gonna
If
show
you feel
guys,
like you're
okay?
shilling too hard, you're not shilling
Not
hard
chilling
enough.
enough. That's right.
No.
All right, guys. So, Chef's Culinary Heroes Earth Force Volume 1 Pasta La Vista is a 60-page. It's actually going to be close to like 72, hopefully by the end of the campaign. Tasty graphic novel. So it follows Dairy King as he has to fight powerful foes and figure out, should he bring in the original chef's team back to help him fight this new foe, or can he do it alone? And you'll learn why he does it. Why he wants to do things alone. If you read the 0 issue, which is right here, I'll put the link in the description. It's 100% free to download and read, and it sets up everything that happens in Chef's
Is it
Volume
though?
1.
You got to give your email address, and that doesn't make it free.
You have to give me something.
Well, you know,
guys.
you gotta sign under the contract. You know,
Exactly.
nobody reads these days.
Now, the digital book is $7. The physical book that gets you this cover is $12, which I think is a great price. I think it's a competitive price. This cover, Ms. Maple.
It's going to cost me $12 to print when I do the Mary Machine Gun trade paperback. They're going to be about $12 a piece to print because it's going to be like 126 pages.
Oh yeah, man.
I hear you on that one. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like when I printed Entity, when I was talking to the printer, I was like, "Are you serious? Are you joking with me?" And they were like, "Yeah, no, it's gonna cost that much." I went, "Yeah. Let's do a requote." And they're like, "Yeah, no, that's what it is." I was like, "Okay, fine."
Wow.
Whatever. Yeah, man, guys, doing graphic novels that are over 100 pages is expensive. Like, but even right here, I'll let you guys know something. That even at this, the $12 mark, it costs me $10 right now to print this book. $9 to $10.
And you're only selling it for 12?
Making $2?
Well,
Damn.
Larry, there is a plan. What does they say in Endgame? There was a plan.
I can't wait to hear this.
Well, the plan is that
Yeah.
if I'm able to if I get more backers, that's why the road to 10K.
too.
If I get more backers, it's cheaper for me to print.
Well, of course it is. The more you print, the less it becomes the price per unit. And that's what everyone wants to do is be able to lower their price per unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the goal. Is if I have a low price for customers, it doesn't freak them out to back it, and the more we get, the more I can print.
That's risky, boss. Risky.
Well, right now, guys, we're at 2,000, and I'll let you guys know this. I only need 3,500 to get one of the better rates that the printer sent me.
It's usually what, $250 books is usually when they start giving you price breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, some places.
Yeah, and I should in the 500 one though is what the 500 price break that they gave me is what I'm shooting for. Just means I have to
Not
be
bad.
Good luck.
well, thanks guys. I'm gonna need everyone's support here.
That didn't sound encouraging.
That's why we're good luck.
Hey, I'm saying good luck.
Dude, Max is like,
good fucking luck, buddy.
You got good luck on that one, brother. You got a lot bigger audience than I do, so you might be able to make it happen. But
show me the freaking back channels where Max can be like, this guy, really? Zoomy, tell us your opinion on bow tie pasta. That's funny. That means I know that you're watching the channel, because at the end of most of my videos lately, I've been saying, and the reason why I love bow tie pasta, and then I immediately cut the video at the end. So I've yet to actually say my opinion
Is
on
that
bow
going to
tie
happen
pasta.
tonight?
All
What?
right.
No. It's actually in the very first couple pages of Chefs.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
If you want the answer, you have to go dig for it.
You have to go buy the
Exactly.
book.
That's right. You gotta go
The
back.
plan is to sell the comic
Or
as a
retweet it.
movie.
Not a bad idea.
We'll do it. We'll sell the rights to Testify for a $50 super chat.
Testify HD producing this movie.
But yeah, I would love to see this. I drew it in a way so that if they were to do a TV show, it looks like a TV show. I really wanted to get that feel with the colors and whatnot and the color scheme. So yeah, $25 gets you the Ms. Maple variant cover, which has been
This is the
popular.
hot ticket item, folks. Show that cover again, man. This is
Yeah.
done by a guy named Joel Souza, who has this ultimate, quirky, fun, sexy Bruce Timm Batman, the anime style sort of feel from it. If you remember that from the 90s, who would not love, it's a little sexy, so maybe, maybe not bringing it around the wife or something, but it's not nude, it's not lewd or anything. It's a nice pinup, to be honest with you, and this will look really great in print. This would be what I would pick up. And Tyler's book is fairly thick, and so is Miss Maple here. But I would say that
Oh,
if
no.
you fit into
You got to
if
see
you can
my
fit
Miss
it-
Maple.
Oh man, yeah. But I mean, if you can fit this into a slab, this would be something worth grading.
Yeah, guys. So this is it, and like you said, I think it's like a classy pinup. I want to
Yeah.
find actually, Larry. You said this.
It's like I want I want to go back and change my pledge now that I looked at through it easier, because you can over pledge or do an add-on for the apron, and I want that cover. So
Yeah,
maybe
just
I'll
just
maybe I'll
mess.
You
change
should
the
do
pledge.
add-ons then, Tyler, because you could have more people that want some of that extra stuff.
Well, he's
Oh man,
got the
I
add-on
messaged
thing for the-
Kickstarter. I messaged Kickstarter several times. They didn't let me do add-ons.
Didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything. I
No, I
messaged
kind of had to
them,
do my own system for it, and it was kind of a mess. So I don't recommend it.
and
Oh,
I
that's
rolled
weird.
up the system I'm doing right now, which is
I didn't even say anything about add-ons in my campaign, and people still did add-ons, and I'm like,
Yeah, like I've actually had people say, "Hey, one person backed the Draw and Talk bundle, but they're like, I also want the apron." And like they're like, do you have add-ons? I'm like, no. So just like the apron is crap.
Now,
the
folks,
apron's $30.
$30.
Now listen, the people in Tyler's chat here, to Tyler's infinite wisdom. Tyler wasn't even going to use that cover, right? That was going to end up being a print, or it was going to be on book 2 or somewhere.
Book 2. That was gonna be book.
And
2.
I was like, dude, that has to go on now.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
and Larry
Now,
was right.
You know.
Yeah, I had this whole plan. I had a variant cover that was like, this is it. This is the one. And then when Joel drew this, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so good. Do I wait? And Larry's like, don't fucking wait. And I'm like, I'm waiting, Larry. Screw you. And then I showed it on my Twitter, and everyone was like, I want that. I want that. And I was like, fuck, Larry's right. So we did it.
I hope it sells well, man. I really
Kickstarter's
like
add-ons
that
aren't
cover.
dated. Well, last time I did a variant because of Larry, it didn't sell very well. So
If my camera would work, the reason why my camera won't work is I'm running OBS right now, and so OBS thinks I'm using the camera there. But my head is literally, bowed in shame. I'm ashamed of myself.
No, don't. Because at the end of the day, I still got the book, and I enjoyed it with Luigi's art.
Our Kickstarter exclusive cover outsold our cover A by like 3 copies.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Specs gets it. He says she looks like she's from the Batman animated universe from the 90s. That's
Heck yeah.
exactly what she looks
That's
like. Because
right.
Bruce
Heck yeah.
Timm was the guy that did that, and that is
Exactly.
that's Bruce Timm's style all the way right there, man. And
For
I have a
sure.
similar cover by the same guy, and it looks just as cool, man.
I got one too.
I think
I
everyone here-
I think we all got one.
Yeah.
Once Larry was like, "These are his rates," everyone were like, we all messaged him probably the same day,
Yeah.
like, "Hey."
That dude got
It's not like I
business
gave
that day
away his
after.
secret. He had them post it. You know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
posts them.
Yeah,
like,
it's right
he,
on his Twitter and everything.
he does it like on Instagram. He goes like, "Here's the art," and then you swipe right, and he goes, "And this is how much it costs."
Oh no, he was happy dealing with me because I got him like 6 covers.
yeah. He's probably like, "Hey, do you have any more friends?"
He had mine done in 4 hours. I was like astounded. I was like, that was such a quick turnaround time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Specs
That's
Vision
awesome.
says, "Plug me in." He wants one, Tyler. He wants one of the Miss Maple covers, brother.
Yeah, dude. Link in the description, or here, I'll put it in the freaking chat. There you go. Here's some the other tiers. I'll do 11 by 17 commission. You just let me know what character you want, and it'll be I'll ink it and I'll send it to you. $90. I already have, I think one person's taken it, and then I have a let's make a comic tier. I've only done this once before, and I had a fun time with it. Except this time I'm not adding color, so it's just I will do a black and white comic for you. It's 4 pages. I'll do it traditionally as well, and I'll send you the finished pages as well, and then you'll also get chefs. And I think and that's only available for 2 people, and one of them's already been taken.
Oh my god!
Someone already bought the big cheese.
Yeah, man. We got room for one more, and then here's the battle apron that I'll be probably wearing for the next frickin' 30 days. Just cleaning. And then here's some art. Here's some art, guys, from the free issue. Link in the description as well. There's Dairy King and Ms. Maple, and they're fighting a butter monster. There's Snowfall.
I thought you were gonna say Snowflake.
No, Snowfall.
Snowflake and face.
No. Wrong snow.
Paul, Cavalry. Gosh, Paul. I'm just gonna call you Paul because I know that's your name. Paul. Paul was one of the people that did the comic creator one. Somebody else better get the other one.
He's a good writer, so I know he's gonna pump out something really good.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited. You know,
He's
what's
gonna
funny
make you
is,
draw, man.
last time I did it with someone, it's kind of like sometimes like a trial run for me because then like one of the other people did. I was like, wow, that was really fun to do. Let's do a comic together. And the guy ghosted me.
Oh.
I was like, oh, this is really awesome. Let's do more comics together. And then they ghosted me. So I was like, oh, I'm never gonna do this to you again. It hurt my feelings.
Neil Star says Snowfall's looking good.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to like every character is gonna at some point get their own book that's gonna tie into the larger story. So I'm excited to get to Snowfalls for obvious reasons. She's just really fun.
Jeremy Lott says if I was rolling in it in money, I assume, he would take that other cover.
Yeah, it's I've had a couple people say like, you know, I want to do that one, and I understand, man, guys. Like right now, times are tough for people, so I really appreciate any support. That was another reason why I wanted to do it. Cheap, not cheap, because that sounds like I'm cheapening my work. I wanted to overvalue the customer, but I wanted to make it so that inexpensive. I didn't want people to freak out and be like, gosh, like I can't afford this, but I want to read it. I think $12 is a good enough price where you can go, yeah, I can back this today, and it's not going to totally kill my bank account.
We have Mr. Tim Lim in the chat.
Oh,
says, congratulations, Tyler, on 2K.
How the fuck are you seeing these chats? I don't see any of these chats.
I'm in your chat room, but on your channel, I'm looking at them. I'm a mod. I see it all.
You're seeing them before me, man. Hey, Tim, thank you so freaking much. Thank you also for retweeting it everywhere on your several accounts. I really appreciated that. Those got a lot of hits, so I'm curious to see if they'll roll over throughout.
And I mean, this is just day one, folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tyler is already 20% towards his real goal of 10K. He's got 29 days left to go, brother.
I know. I know. It was funny because I hit the launch button and all my coworkers are like, "So you gonna watch it?" And I went, "No, I'm gonna get to work." And
no, I was watching it for him. I was giving him play-by-play while I was
no, Larry was like,
yeah, there's like 5 of us watching it all at the same time. Like, oh, he hit 1,000 now.
And I'm over just working like nothing's happening. No, but I really appreciate it, Tim. In fact, I just sent over to someone. I have this. There's a scene where Dairy King is fighting this dude, in a grocery store, and I just threw out a bunch of cameos in there. One of them being you in there, and it'll be pretty obvious to see. I try to put in a ton of cameos. Those are freaking hard to do, those Easter eggs, like to be creative. Mm-hmm. Like with Larry's. I have to, like, on the next book, Larry, I'm going to have to give you a better one than just a freaking billboard.
I like the billboard, though. That's cool, man.
I know, but like,
that's direct advertising right there.
That's
right.
But
that's just exactly what it is.
For what's it called? For like Nicholas's, there's and I gave Ichthus a billboard as well, a massive one that DK is flying through. For Nicholas, like when Dairy King gets out of bed, you can see a little Demon Hunter Raven like plush toy.
Awesome.
I
want to see that.
Let's see. The YouTube video is cropping off the button, and you can't see Ichthus or the chat's being shown.
Yep.
Which channel are you on though? Because Larry is also restreaming this from his channel right now.
No, I'm on. I'm watching it on. I guess it's the Rebel Showcase. It's Larry.
Yeah, there's a little bit of crop on mine because it was hard to fit everyone in the window at once.
Oh, you're good. B-Star Jam, you can do it, Tyler. Excited for the release. Hey, thank you so freaking much, guys. I'm excited, and it's gonna be fun to have also. I think in like next week or the week after, we're gonna have me, Nicholas, Scott, and Fatal J come on the show, and we're all gonna have Kickstarters, and we're all gonna freak out. And then when you guys have that middle desert area, you guys can come on the show and cry, and we can all figure out what to do.
I cry.
That's the worst part.
We crying?
Tons of crying. There's gonna be tons of crying.
It's like absolutely no one in my chat.
I know, we got 19 people here. They're just drawing and talking, man. They're just chilling. All right, now we're getting to freaking Jeremy's message. Gosh.
Oh my God! 45 minutes later.
I know.
That was like 4 hours ago.
I know. I told Jeremy we're gonna freaking get to this. Ready? He says, would it be a good or bad thing if Marvel and DC retooled their books along the lines of manga? Here's what that might look like practically. There would be fewer titles. Those titles left standing would come out more frequently and include several serialized stories. The companies would aim for the wildest possible distribution for these titles, including but not at all limited to comic book shops. Readers would be polled frequently on what they thought of the different serialized stories. Those serials that didn't pull well would be forced to wrap it quick and new story would fill that slot. Slick and glossy would be replaced by sturdy and cheaper production materials. Though let's say they stay in color, I don't know if that would make it. That wouldn't make it work. Trades would be closer to digest size and have rigorously uniform dress to make it easier on readers who want to read them all. Would this be an improvement that would lead to greater sales of American comic books?
Maybe, and you might see it.
Yeah.
As manga sort of gets more and more popular, you're going to see people try and emulate that success. But that's the problem. It's only going to be an emulation. It's never going to be the same thing, right? It's going to be an imitation. The other problem is that these are American characters that we're talking about, which to many people are characters for boomers now. Let's be honest, right? You know, the younger generation that I see, on social media, they're not retweeting shit about fucking Batman, Spider-Man. You know, they're retweeting My Hero Academia and shit like that, and fucking Attack on Titan. You know, they don't care about these characters anymore. It's cool to see them on the movie and maybe watching a cartoon, but they're certainly not interested in buying the literature. These younger cats, you know, there's a few of them out there that do, but the majority of them, they like what they see, you know, on Funimation. They like what they see on Crunchyroll. They like what they see on Netflix. You know, that's what they're used to watching, so that's what they're used to reading.
Gotcha. Scott, what are your thoughts on this?
All right. Well, I would say I think it would be a great idea. My only thing when it comes to the topic is that Marvel and DC is focusing so much on the writing to be similar to the new movie. Like, for instance, Endgame, you know, they're trying to make it a good comic, but they're trying so hard that it's not getting everyone to actually read it. Like, they're not focusing on the story, they're focusing on bullshit.
The movies. Yeah, kind of like how the fact that they had all these movies come out, like people finally got their first taste of Iron Man, and when someone might go to a comic book store, you're like, wait, so I liked an Iron Man comic, and they go, oh yeah, it's Riri Williams, and you're like, wait, I thought Iron Man was Tony Stark, and they go, nah, like you're wrong.
Yeah,
and so that already confuses. I'm actually shocked.
It's basically, it comes back to our normies conversation.
Oh yeah. Do you guys remember though when Pokemon the first movie came out and
Yes.
they gave you like cards?
Oh my god, yes.
I was there day one.
Yes,
Yeah.
day one. They should have been like, hey, here's a ticket. Bring it to your local comic book store. You get 10% off of a Marvel graphic novel. They should have done that, and they didn't. That was the perfect
Well, some
way.
people suggested that they should have had like comics at the movie theater as like a bonus added. Like, hey, get this Iron Man book.
I mean, if you can do it for free comic book day, you should be able to have a stack of comics at your fucking movie. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they're missing so many marketing opportunities right now.
And you know, the sad thing is they had 10 years of like opportunity to do it. Like, to me, I kind of stopped. I've kind of like don't really care what happens with Marvel at the moment, because for me, like Endgame, like that was for me, like that was it. Like they told the story that I've been following 10 years, and for 10 years, and if I miss out on anything else, like I'm just like, okay, like I'm not super invested in it. But yeah, they really missed out on that. Ichthus, what are your thoughts on Marvel and DC possibly going, if they were to try to do this manga thing that Jeremy's proposing? Maybe like a Shonen Jump weekly.
Well, that's the thing, is like, you know, I'm pretty. First off, it's not gonna work out where Marvel and their characters are at, because Superman and Batman, they're fables of the old folk tales. They want something new. They want fresh youth that are at the rise. We're talking about Teen Titans, what else? Young Avengers, anything that correlates with the youth, you are pointing out with the youth that are going to be your potential customers to move on to the next generation. And I believe this is where DC is going more with these YA writers, because they want to hit that demographic. But now you got the older generation, like Gen Zs or Gen X, that are trying to, like, you know, saying, no, like, why are you getting these YA, you know, writers to get these big books like Batman and other characters? So it's really, they're really at a point where, like, they're trying to decide their future state. No pun intended.
So they are legit trying. So you're saying that, like, what they're doing right now is to actually get to the younger generation.
That's exactly
and
it.
The only thing that we're really seeing as a fallout is the older generation of fans who feel like they've been left behind.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why now you got this movement of indie creators that are pretty much filling that gap for the older generation. And the mainstream comics, they're trying to go for their newer generation, but that's the thing. It's it's a messy situation that they're trying to cater with both audience, but they want to go for more of the younger audience. The problem is the characters they have doesn't really much correlate to their younger audience.
He's 100% right on what he just said. We as indie creators, we're not making comic books for the teenager, right? Who are we making comic books for? We're making comic books for the old school fan that bought comic books back in the day in high school. You know what I mean? When people come and buy Niobe, they're usually people that are above the age of 30, and they're buying Niobe for a collection. They're buying Niobe to get it graded. They're buying Niobe because of the cover art. You know what I mean? Once in a blue moon, I can't say I never had a teenager buy a book. It's happened, but 95% of the time, it's adults who have always been longtime comic book fans and are not finding what they're looking for on the shelf anymore.
That's funny you say that, because that's actually the people that I want to buy Chefs, is the teenagers and that newer generation, which is why
they don't buy their comics on Kickstarter. They don't have credit cards.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm not even kidding. I mean, it's the wrong place to market to those people.
Well, hopefully though.
Well,
if
you have an audience elsewhere, so not to cut off, but if you have an audience elsewhere, where Webtoon is the place where they are going right now, and I think what was that one book, Tyler, that you got that was from the Webtoon artist?
Oh, Let's Play.
Let's Play. See, that's a huge teenage demographic, and they brought them all over to Kickstarter. And they made it close to $100,000, maybe $200,000,
$400,000,
$400,000. So these people, the classicals are buying, the 40 to 30-year-olds are buying on Kickstarter, but it's these people that are on Webtoons that are then migrating over because you're supposed to bring your audience over there, but now we've got this uptick now where there's window shopping on Kickstarter. That wasn't a thing 5 years ago. You had to bring people there.
Yeah. So Nicholas is right though. Like with Webtoons, their format plays with the teenagers because they don't have credit cards, most of them. So they're like,
it's all free.
It's all free, so they can read it. But now they find out, and then they start following their favorite creators. Their creator says, "Hey, did you love my book? Let's Play. We're gonna put it into a graphic novel." And they go, "Hey, mom and dad, I love this creator. I've been reading this book. I want the physical book. Swipe that credit card for me."
Yeah.
And then they back it on Kickstarter. I mean, that campaign did 400,000. Each volume.
She had a special tier on there that for some $2,000, whatever, you could fly all the way out to where she lives, have dinner with her, and just talk with her for an hour at a restaurant. Someone spent that money just to go meet her in person.
Simp.
So I dropped $2,000. It was a great experience.
My wife was like, "Who is this?"
Tyler, from my chat, we have a question from Lunchbox Warner, and he says, could we see manga creators working on Marvel books?
We have seen it. It doesn't translate very well.
They actually tried. Marvel actually reached out to the manga artist for Yu-Gi-Oh! To do one of their characters. Even last year, they even did. Yeah. Well, what else? Even Marvel was trying with the whole manga situation too, with the art style and stuff, but in their Marvel format. So
this doesn't translate.
They're trying to.
There's also a manga with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and it looks kind of good, but it doesn't look like it look. They look too young, they look too shoujo.
It's just the people aren't translating well. Manga is manga, and American comics are American. And I think something like a Tim Lin is a perfect combination of that sort of infusion of both ideas, and it's obviously resonating. I mean, that thing is exponentially growing with each campaign, and it's getting looked at. And I mean, I remember when the second one hit on Twitter, you had people that never look at our sort of at any of that stuff. Were just asking about it. Really big accounts were just like, "Hey, is this worth checking out?" And I know all of us would bounce onto their onto their comments, be like, "You need to get it. You need to get it." So.
Larry, in terms of that metal print, this is what metal print is. This is from Black Ops 3 by Tim Lim and them.
So man. Now, is that cover still like a cardboard cover with a metal shine, or is it actually metal?
No, it's a metal shine.
Yeah.
It's a metal shine.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's thick. It's
Thick like Miss Maple, man.
thick like Ms. Maple, thick like freaking Penelope. But yeah, so that's it's funny because I talked with the printer and I was just like here are quotes. I went, don't talk to me like this. I want Tim. I'm friends with Tim, and I want what he has. So give me a good rate. And they were like, this is what it is. And I was like, oh, that's expensive, and I don't do numbers like Tim. I can't afford that yet.
You gotta work towards it, man. I couldn't afford color until this year. Fuck,
Yeah,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
We're working towards it. Max, what are your thoughts on this? And this is, by the way, guys, this is gonna be the last topic to talk about, and then we're gonna end. I don't know if you guys heard it. I woke my kid up. Max, what are your thoughts on a serialized Marvel and DC? Like, what if it was like something you paid and it was mailed to you like weekly? It was just this big, massive booklet, and then you just read like 10-page Batman or Spider-Man stories, and the most popular ones were like ranked.
It could work. It could work. I mean, definitely if it's coming directly to your house, I think it would work a lot better. It'll work for the younger audience. The older audience is just, we're set in our ways. We want that 10.5 by 6 and 7/4 or 6 and 3/4 inches. We want the comic book. Ichthus covered a lot of what I was going to say. So
Yeah.
but
Nice, Ichthus. No, but I think it's Nicholas, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think to start off with context, I think anyone would love to do the numbers manga's doing, and I think in a lot of times when we're looking at business, we always want to look at the successful people, like what made them look successful. I think all of us can sit here and kind of go, how's Brian Pulido making those numbers? Like we're not looking at the reason as to why they're successful. We want to steal their template. We want to take the thing that we think is successful. But number one, I think everyone has brought up here is, how do we get the readers back? How do we even get them to start reading comics again? We as we've talked about in past streams, and we're saying right now, it's the 30 and up that are reading the books that we want to make. How do we get to that let's play sort of level? How do we get the webtoon people? How do we get them to cross migrate? And how do we get it to establish that? So you could make any of this work. It's just how do you get them to come back?
Nicholas, are you telling me that we have to draw for free?
Oh, you guys are getting paid?
Paid for this shit?
What? Trying, man.
I pay. I don't get paid. I pay.
Now they're gonna pay.
I'm gonna piggyback on that too, because again, Marvel and DC did try. We're gonna go way back, early 2000s, okay, when manga was like something, especially anime. Anime was becoming like having its own train of hype. And Marvel did their own, like, manga / anime type of art style, and it was awful. Yeah. I mean, the art style looked like how to draw manga or anime, and it was just atrocious. But it's like what Nicholas says, it's like how you get these readers back, and they're trying. I know DC's doing their part. I mean, that's why there's so much news coverage with these 30-plus older people saying how atrocious the art style is, or this and that. And the problem is, yeah, I can agree. I don't like the art style. I don't agree with it. But that's the thing. You're not the demographic they're, aiming towards. They're aiming towards the audience that they're trying to go, because they know with kids, once they grow up, that's it. That's their... What's up, Pops? That's their future. That's their economy right there. Regardless how much we're going to spew venom off of how much we do not like the decisions or this and that. Well, guess what? In the end of the day, our wallets are going to be the voters and how they're going to make these characters, whether they're going to reboot the universe for God knows how many years later or just the next 5 years. It's just now the question is like, okay, with the characters that they have now, when are we going to get new characters? And now DC is bringing new characters, which is becoming the trend of what's going on for today. I don't see any new characters with Marvel's end. So Marvel is just, laying down like Scrooge McDuck with the Disney money. So they're not too concerned of where they're at so far.
Well, I like what Larry said. I think Larry and Max, I think you guys share a very similar audience of like 90s comics, the bad girl,
Yeah.
the bad girl punk rock vibes. And so you guys know that you know who your audience is and where it is. And I think there's a lot of creators who are struggling. They're like, I want readers.
It took me a while to figure it out, though.
But they don't know
Males
where
age
they're
16 to 40.
But they don't know where 16 to 40. So that's a really big gap. I work for a small book publisher, and I was talking to an author, and I was like, so how come your book's not selling? And she was like, oh yeah, I just don't have enough readers. And I was like, yeah, no shit. Like, I was like, yeah, congratulations. Like, that was the easiest answer. I was like, so what are you gonna do about it? She goes, I just need to find more readers. I'm like, no shit. Like, okay,
but how are you gonna find
everyone's
more readers?
looking for that magical answer, and the thing is you just have to grind, and if it's worth grinding out, eventually it will pay off, man. But you have
Larry,
to put in
but
the
Nicholas
work.
brings up a point. You have to know though where they are. You got to be in the right. You can't be looking for
that
soccer.
comes with trial and
players.
error and posting to different groups and associating with different people and trying to figure out what your
You can't
niche
be
is.
looking for soccer players in a basketball.
I know that my niche is going to be the same people that like things like Witchblade or Lady Death and the Bad Girl comics, and I know that my niche is also with people who are cover collectors, in particular cover collectors. You know what I mean? That they want the covers for the collection, or they want those covers to flip, whatever the case may be. I know that those are the people I cater to, right? We have some things in the chat though. Sierra Nova Comics says, dude, you got $2,108 already. That's awesome. I can see you hitting that 10K goal.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Pops Van Zan is here. He says, stopped in to spread the love. We'll be promoting all month.
Thanks, man. I'm actually going on Pops' show in like 2 weeks. I have it on my calendar.
Nice.
Pops.
Neil Star Production says, not to mention, manga is pretty sink or swim when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that do
is.
really well you hear about. The ones that don't do well you don't hear about. But it's like every market. It's competitive. So I'll see you guys in Webtoons, and I'm going to be crying to Nicholas saying, I've been doing this for like 10 years.
I got a couple things in my own chat here. Raul Rodriguez wants to know, is that book available to purchase? I think he's referring to the Tim Lim book you were showing me earlier with the metal cover and stuff.
No. If you go to iconiccomics.com, they might have back stock. That's where they sell the remaining of their back stock. But like normally when Iconic Comics posts that they have Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini books on overstock, they normally go immediately. Like they came out with a new Walmart hardcover. They're like, there's only 1,000 of these left, and they sold out within I think like a week.
Raul also says, look at Dan Mendoza. He started like that. Man, yeah, you got to grind, you know?
Dude, I sat next to Dan Mendoza at a con, and I was like, who the is this guy? His line is so massive, people can't see me, and these people are like, hey, can I get a commission from you? And he's like, yeah, that'd be $300. And I'm looking at them like, I'll do it for 20.
Right?
And they were spending, like, one person spent like 500, and he was drawing it and I was drawing mine at the same time, and then the person looked over and I was like, mine's $30. And they did not care.
That's the thing, is you gotta create a name for yourself.
So here's a question for you, Tyler.
I'm ready.
Is your goal to fulfill Chef's Volume 1 Pasta La Vista before Red Rooster?
Dude, let's see. You know what's funny is Mitch has updated his campaign a bunch, saying that like I'm gonna be getting it in March. So I said that I will be fulfilling mine in June. It's actually gonna be probably May. I just want to give myself some
extra time.
Some crap, like life hit me in the face and I didn't see that coming. But we're shooting for May. Gosh, if I fulfill before Red Rooster,
you will.
I will literally do an
you will.
emergency print run on some trading cards, and it'll just say like sent before Red Rooster. And I'll put it in every package. At this point, I am so excited for that book. It better be the best book I've ever gotten. I've waited 3 years for this.
I don't know. Go buy it from Walmart. And
I
tell me
I
what
go
you
check
think.
it out for $5.
I've changed my address on that campaign 4 times.
Crap, dude.
I've changed my
Oh,
address on
yeah.
that campaign 4 times. I've had a kid, I got pregnant before that campaign.
You got pregnant?
Yeah.
Whoa.
My
You
wife
got
did.
pregnant?
My wife got pregnant. She went through the 9 months of pregnancy. We had the kid. He's a year and a half old now.
See, that book's going to be
Still don't
full
have
of
a book.
memories already. You have already gone on a journey before you read it.
Red Rooster will be up the next day. Okay, oh my stars. All right, guys. We had a silly goose time. This is why we were here, guys. Chef's Volume 1, Pasta La Vista, a 60-page. Hey, we have 60 backers. Coincidence?
Yay!
A 60-page tasty graphic novel. I really appreciate it, guys.
So now people are going to try to eat it.
Dude, I hope people try. You know what? I
Kinda
created
getting
the
hungry.
recipes. I created the recipes, and I promise they're all safe. My wife's eaten them all, and was like, "This is kind
Yeah.
of good.
Kind of.
This is kind of good." Like, well, we haven't died yet.
Kind of.
Yeah.
For $12, guys, you can get the main cover. $12. It's volume number 1, first course. The first course is the first arc, and there's 3 books in it, starting with Pasta La Vista. And then, guys, just get the beautiful Ms. Maple. Everyone loves this character.
yeah.
I love this character.
Yeah.
That's LP's pick of the week right there.
All right,
There
I'm
we
going to try
go.
to change my pledge here. I want to try to, because I want the Miss Maple cover, but I also want the.
The apron. He wants the
Apron,
battle
so-
apron.
I'm going to go ahead and change it to the Miss Maple cover.
Oh, shucks.
And
Thanks,
then-
Max.
What do I do? How do I do this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What, changing your pledge?
Pledge amount 30, so then I'll make it pledge amount for 60.
I don't know.
Well, what's the
Hold
Miss
on,
Maple cover?
it's 65.
The Ms. Maple is 25.
You would add
just-
25.
Just add 25.
We add 30 because there's
30.
25 for Miss Maple, and then I'm going to add 30 for the
Oh, for the
yeah.
apron.
for the
Okay.
apron. But your apron, what's the apron shipping?
It's just $5. It's fine.
Okay.
I work
Alright.
I work in a warehouse and I get some
Yeah.
nice prices. So
Nice.
just put 5.
Show industry says 10K. Let's go.
Thanks, show. Yeah, 10K guys. Road to 10K. We're gonna play the video one last time, and then after that, we'll let everyone do their little outro. So here we go, guys. Chef's Pasta La Vista, the hit single, sung by yours truly.
I can't believe we're here again. She was spiced to in my ramen. Turn the stove up so high. Make sure that noodles blow by. Pasta, pasta la vista. If you go, I'll come with ya. You said we have a world to see today.
There we go.
Worth my dollar.
Yeah, man. I wanted to make sure that it's worthy of your dollar. If you find
You went
guys
up
that-
again, I think, didn't you? No, okay.
Yeah,
you're
it's up. It's because I changed my pledge.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
That's
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Guys, we had a silly goose time here. I really appreciate all of you guys. We lost Scott.
Oh,
That was
He's
a
out.
the lamb, Scott.
You know
You
what, Scott?
scared him.
All right, guys, we had a fun stream. I really appreciate everyone who came on to the show. Really grateful for everyone in the chat, guys. We had a kick testify because the people
Paid for it.
the people paid for it.
You wanted them
People
gone that
spoke.
bad. They spent
Oh,
25
yeah, they paid
bucks.
for it.
Larry, you know what? When you get monetized, you should have like this little meter that fills up every time you get super chats, and when it gets hot, when it gets to the top, you kick testify.
Fuck yeah, brother.
All right, guys. So this is what I was like looking for. I was reading a super chat, a chat, and it threw me off. Okay, Larry, introduce. Tell us who.
Introduce
Oh, here we
myself.
go.
End of the show.
Larry, tell us who you are and who your daddy is, or what he does. I don't know.
Who's your
Who's
daddy?
your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah, who's your daddy and what's he do?
I am LP, the creator of Niobe, and you look at this. I didn't create this. This was created by J. Scott Campbell, but I show you what was created out of the love of J. Scott Campbell with the help of Fernando Mary Machine Gun. Bam!
Looking good.
So that's
That
right.
looks
Am I a
nice.
boomer? I'm a boomer. So this is going to be cover for Niobe Origins number. This is actually cover A now because Fernando is now the interior artist. So this will be the main cover of the book, if you will. And then we got another one coming up. You see this, another great piece by, of course, the legendary J. Scott Campbell. Well, boom! We got another crossover cover with Niobe and CB Zane's Mighty Might for Niobe Origins number 1. So this is some of the stuff that we've been up to lately. But the long and the short of it is we just got our final page done today. And so
Congrats.
that's being inked and colored. And then probably next week we'll have a printable PDF. We send it off to the printers and sometime in maybe the first or second week in March, we are banging out books to the customers and we get ready for an Indiegogo. And then, come spring, this will be our big event, Niobe Origins number 1. So follow me, Niobe Comics on Twitter or Rebel Comics on YouTube for all our shame and shenanigans.
Boom. And Paul says, Larry, I would have paid for him to leave this afternoon too.
Well, wait till I get super chats and make that a reality.
All right, Max, tell us who your daddy is and what he does.
Right here, this is the
Bam.
cover A for Mary Machine Gun 2. It's still a work in progress. It's by Ed Benez. Looks super tight. I'm super impressed with it. He's still got said he's still gonna add some details to it, and then Fernando's gonna color it. So once I get around to that, that'll be great. If you want to follow me anywhere, it's at Mary Machine Gun on Twitter, at Mary Machine Gun on Instagram, and Facebook.com/Mary Machine Gun on the Facebook. If you want to check out our company that prints everything, our publisher company, it's just at Atrocity Press everywhere. Same thing. At Atrocity Press on YouTube or Facebook, at Atrocity Press on Instagram, and at Atrocity Press on Twitter.
Well, we saw little Tyler there.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to bring him. I'll try to bring him afterwards so you can say hi, Ichthus. Tell us who your daddy is and what he does. Come here. Oh, want to say hi?
Grayson's here.
Hey, bud. Hey, guys. If you guys
Grayson.
want if you guys back this book, Grayson here gets to eat food.
What a
Say hi.
you want little Grayson to eat?
Hey, hold on.
What?
Check out cute this. Hold on. Hold on. You wait till let's see. Hold on, real quick. Let me add to stream.
Have you told him yet that Daddy's a
Hi,
famous
buddy.
YouTuber?
Batman!
Batman.
Ah!
Who's that?
Who says these kids don't know these things, huh? Look, he's not even 2 and he knows who Batman is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's right, Batman. You got it, brother.
Yeah, he's all over it.
Batman. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Batman.
Batman. I know.
That's right. That's Batman.
All right. Go back with your mom. No, we're almost done.
But I want to watch Batman.
Yeah.
Now, Tyler, you gotta teach him how to say Superman now.
So, dude, he looks at Superman. He goes, Batman. Dude, yeah. Like he will watch Batman with me. We've been watching the animated series, Brave and the Bold, Teen Titans Go, and he just sits on my lap and he's just like, oh. Now he is learning how to fight his little cousin because of this, which isn't good.
Oh no!
But I mean, he's winning, so we don't care.
Star says, "Give that baby some food."
I know, guys. So, guys, feed my baby. Go back, chefs. Ichthus, tell us who your daddy is and what he does.
God. So, pretty much, I don't know, have yet to meet my father. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Anyways, what?
That got dark.
I know it's getting really
real
deep.
fast.
We're all like,
Anyways, so. Oh, I'm sorry. You were gonna
No,
say
go for
something,
it.
Tyler.
Who
since
the
you're
hell
dad.
are you and what do you do?
Yeah, tell us,
Oh,
like
okay.
this. Tell us
Well,
who
why
you
did
are,
you say
man.
it like that?
He's
Anyways,
trying to copy me. It didn't work.
I want to be cool like
Oh,
everyone else.
of course not. But my name is Ichthys. I am an up and coming comic artist. I've done few coloring commissions. I got another one that's upcoming that I'm pretty excited to live stream it with. You know, it's still in the down low, but it's coming soon. As well as, you know, doing some pinups for other covers that I cannot wait to do. And also working on my own comic, which is JRPG. No, it's not what you think it is. It's Juvenile Radioactive Pro Wrestling Gators. It's pretty much this wrestler named Sandy Ravage, and he pretty much has this beat up wrestling school that he's trying to, you know, get some students until like he these pretty much these radioactive gators that just come by to his wrestling school. And pretty much, you know, with this book I'm working on, Cassidy Blonde, who is my writer and also going to be the letterer for this book, pretty much we made like maybe like 8 pages. I might add more to it. Just a story of who the Gators are and pretty much what you're going to be expecting with this story. So, and it's also going to be free. So,
Ooh,
can't go wrong
wow.
with that.
there we go. There we go. Nicholas,
Does it
tell us who
require
you are,
an
man.
email? That'd be a
Not
no-go.
free.
Right.
Personal information.
Not data collection, motherfucker.
That's free,
Yeah.
right?
I'm Nick, and I'm the creator of Demon Hunter Raven, and I'm always tired. So, you know, if you back my book next week, maybe I can get some sleep finally. So that would be awesome. You know, I can
Feed
rest
his 5
finally.
kids, man.
5 kids, yeah, and that's not a joke.
Nick,
So
bring
I-
your fights. Beat Tyler to the punch.
They're sleeping right now. I don't
Bring
want
in
to.
all the kids. Right.
a
in the
domino
street.
effect.
Look, you got to feed all these kids. You know
Dude,
what
I didn't want to bring my kid on, and I woke him up.
You know, I'm teaching my kids how to beatbox right now and box each other. So it's, you know, it's a madhouse in here. It's but actually Ichthys will be coloring on live stream a new character reveal that we will be revealing later. So there'll be a live event, and hopefully, you know, we can entertain you, persuade you, maybe, you know, maybe we can take you out to dinner, get you to back this book, you know.
$2,000.
Well, Nick, that's on your
will
end.
fly
I'm
you
not taking
out.
nobody out for dinner.
$2,000.
Wine and dine you.
I need
Wine
to be
and dine.
wine
You can
and dine.
ask Nicholas anything for it. Was it really just an hour dinner? $2,000 and you get. an
Well, you
hour
know,
dinner.
there's a lot more that happened after that. You know, there's you know, marketing
Wow.
advice.
Oh man! All right, guys, we had a silly goose time. Thank you guys so much for popping in, guys. Final shill. Go check out Chef's Culinary Heroes Earth Force Volume 1, Pasta La Vista, currently on Kickstarter. We funded in 3 hours. Thank you guys to everyone who backed it so far. We have 29 days to go. I'm now officially on tour. I've got some shows lined up that I'm going to be going on, and obviously we're still going to be putting out content.
When's your next
on
appearance? Where are you going next?
Well, frick, I think I
Yeah.
might be going on to Nasser's on Wednesday. And
Master on Wednesday. There you go.
Master on Wednesday. Thursday, I think I'm going on to Narwhal's stream. And then, I don't know. And then Friday's actually my birthday.
Happy birthday.
No,
Who's
happy
name going on?
birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, buddy.
I try to do a
Who's-
I always try to do a campaign in February, so I can always be like, yeah, it's my birthday, so if you want to be like cool and get me something, just back my book. That's for like my Facebook, like family members to get like, like, hey, I'm Aunt so and so. I know we don't like each other, and I called your daughter fat, but she is. So $12 is my book.
Whoa,
and,
Get an apology after you give me that $12.
Exactly.
I don't know
all
if
right.
anybody knows, but Tyler threatened me with his axe, so I had to
Yeah.
get me. Get me a Bowie knife.
Shit,
All the weapons are coming out now.
dude. When I throw,
I got a
my axe at-
pencil.
I got a
Yeah, he's
sandal.
ready to go. That's not
That's
a
all
pencil,
you
that's
need.
a
Right
prison
in the neck.
shank.
It just pulled out the
Prison
flip
shank.
flop.
Listen,
All right,
man,
guys,
I
thank
was
you guys so much.
born and raised with a Hispanic family. When they show this, it's bad.
Over.
You're dead. All right, guys, we're gonna post a new video on Wednesday, and it's actually gonna be a comic book review. Instead of shitting on comics, let's try to promote some comics and get people reading on some stuff. So, and there's orgasms in that book. Okay, bye.
Food Wars?
Yeah.
Food gas.